Can I get back to you?
Hey, what's up, Noivern Nation? It's your boy Noivern Nation. We are here with our first top. I guess it's not really a top video. We're just ranking the starter Pokemon from 18 to 1. And before you and all your mother get all salty at our list, it's our opinion, alright? Yeah, cool. But if obviously, as I say our and we and this and that, you can clearly see there's another person here besides myself.
What's up, niggas?
With me today is... You go by... I'm just making sure I pronounce... Timeless Trunks?
Yes, sir. Timeless Trunks.
He ugly for that. Alright, well, he is... Dang, you having your phone going off in the middle of the video. Did I say silence yourself? I didn't tell him to. I silenced mine, forgot to tell him to silence himself.
I got bras in Atlanta, that's why.
That's what we roll. Anyway, so we are here to rank the starter Pokemon from numero 18 to numero uno. Obviously, this list will not include Poplio, Litten, and
Rowlet.
that nigga.
Yep.
Because I don't know anything about them, and if I had to rank them, Poplio will be at the top of the list. You're a real one. Anyway, we're gonna kick things off at number 18. And when I say number 18, I mean the uttermost garbage, okay? Now, if I had to pick this Pokemon and take it with me on my journey,
I quit the game.
yeah, quit the game,
Restart.
delete the save data,
Release it.
probably. And this Pokemon is none other than, would you like to announce it?
Chikorita.
Trash! I don't know what it is about Chikorita. It may just be my personal love for Bulbasaur. And after seeing the beautiful dinosaur grass plant that Bulbasaur was, and then seeing this piece of crap, I was salty. Alright? That's how I feel about a lot of Pokemon after. Like, I did not. I hate just second gen with a passion. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, the only good part about the game was going to first gen. Alright? That was it. Going to the Kanto region. That was it. Only thing I liked about the game. Why do you hate Chikorita so much?
It's just garbage, you know what I mean? I wouldn't pick it ever over Cyndaquil or Totodile. Therefore, I mean, it has to be at the bottom. It's just how it is.
Yeah. You know, I would say that's what everything on this list is, because it's a different generation for each of the bottom 16. It's like, I wouldn't pick them over the top two, but then I realized our number 13 is also second gen. I don't like second gen. But next up on the list, we have number 15. 17. Number 15. I'm skipping ahead way too far. We're at number 17. And did you just call me an amateur? Watch the mic pick it up. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like blow that one up. Like amateur. All right, but we have the fire trash itself.
Tepig. The pig Pokemon.
Bacon,
Burnt bacon.
extra crispy. Yeah, that's how we feel. Tepig is. What do I say about Tepig? Where do I start with this thing? It's like, it's ugly. I don't like its design. 1. Emboar is ugly. 2. Just want to let y'all know that. Emboar is ugly, Nick. All right, just throw that out there. All right, 1. It's ugly. 2. It was overdone. I think what made me hate Tepig was that I hated Emboar. The reason I hated Emboar was because, first off, there was Chimchar in the Infernape line, you know, Infernape is firefighting, and then before that there was
Torchic, Combustion, and the almighty Blaze.
who was firefighting. So they overdid firefighting for 3 straight generations. It was cool, you know, there was Charizard, Fire Flying, Typhlosion. I can even handle Typhlosion, like I said, compared to Charizard, I think that was a disappointment. Then there was Blaziken, and I thought, yo, Blaziken's tight. Infernape, you know, I was like, okay, firefighting. Obviously, it was a cool trend, you know? Infernape is dope as heck. I like Infernape. Really, Game Freak? Really? Really? Dude, what's your reason for hating Tepig?
Like mentioned before, you got Blaziken, the Beast, the creator of the firefighting type starter. Then you got Infernape, who's also cold. And then you just downgraded from both of those to Tepid.
Anybody else understand that? He said the fire type was cold. Alright. Anyway, I wouldn't pick it over Snivy or Oshawott.
That's it.
So it's like, that's a lot of the explanation why these Pokemon are on the bottom of the list. Next up we have number 16, and at number 16, I just want to say, guys, the grass types get no love. And this is another grass type. And whereas I actually do love his final form, I don't like this form over other grass types. So at number 16 we have
Turtwig.
What is this Pokemon? What are you? Are you a turtle? Are you a...
I don't know. You need a Pokedex.
What the heck is a Turtwig? I didn't say a turtle egg. Turtwig, Pokedex entry. Cortana, a real one. Alright, well anyway, as Cortana is pulling up Turtwig, I want to tell you why I don't like it. First off, Chimchar. Enough said. Moving. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, and also what? Piplup was in the Gen 2? Like, the starters were just cool.
Yeah.
And on top of it, you can go and catch, like, Oddish and get a Vileplume and all that jazz, so it really wasn't that hard. Whereas fire types were hard to find, like, other water types were hard to find. And it was like, I'd rather have those two over this, and on top of it, Grotto was ugly as well. But this thing literally is a turtle with a twig on its head. Hence, I guess that's the name Turtwig. Honestly. There's none of the tiny leaf Pokemon. He needs to call Ed, or Glenn Lerner, because he was in a wreck, and this dude needed to check, like, or something, because he's ugly. I don't understand. Like, I don't know where Game Freak came up with that idea. Like, I guess Turtwig, you know, that makes sense. You know, twig, turtle, you know, that kind of makes sense. But why?
Looks whack to me.
If you really had to pick a turtle, like, wouldn't you pick Squirt? This is like life or death situation. If you had to pick, this is like literally Chikorita be. True. Alright. 18. Chikorita. 17. Tepig. 16. I wouldn't pick any of these over the next 15 Pokemon, you know? Like, think about that. There's so many, like... I don't know what it is about Turtwig that I just don't like. I just don't like it, okay? I can say that about a lot of Pokemon. Like, Florges, I freaking hate that thing. It's a freaking god, but I freaking hate that thing. I don't understand why I hate Florges. I just want to shoot it in the face every time I see it. Okay. Moving on. This is actually a Pokemon I kind of like. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it. He hates it with passion. So as we're going through the list, he was like, this Pokemon has to be in bottom 6. I was like...
Has to.
I mean, I guess, like, I put it below two Mons that I think it should have probably been above, honestly. Because these two are probably worse. But I think, you know, it's okay. I can live with it because it's still not better than 12 through 1. So, yeah. And at number 15, we have...
Trico.
The Wood Gecko Pokemon. It is... It's just hard to use, honestly. Little Cup? Trico's not that good. Grovyle is not fully evolved. Not that good. Sceptile doesn't get drafted. Mega Sceptile. I have yet to see a Mega Sceptile get drafted in League format except by PK Sparks. And how many times did PK Sparks actually bring that to a battle? He even said to Nappy, I'm trying to make it work. I can't because it's utter trash. Why? Because it started off as trash, okay? It's like trash, okay? It's like, seriously, I don't know. What is your hatred for Trico? Because
Well,
I know you actually hate Trico, and you loved a 3rd gen.
Torchic and his evolutions are the best in my opinion. And then you obviously got Mudkip and his evolutions, which are 10 times better than Trico's. So, I mean, it's just quality. He is garbage compared to Trico, or Torchic and Mudkip and their evolutions. And I mean, I just wouldn't pick him over the other two unless I probably wouldn't even pick him if I had Sapphire and I needed him against Kyogre. Probably wouldn't even pick him then.
And even if we're just voting all the starters, I wouldn't pick him over a Bulbasaur
Or a Snivy.
or a Snivy, honestly, or a Chespin. Which brings us to our next Pokemon, which just so happens to be...
Chespin.
I don't even know what kind of Pokemon Chespin is. I'll give it one thing. I'll give Chespin one thing out of this whole thing. It is freaking adorable, okay? I would hug that thing. Alright? Chestnut, on the other hand, is an ugly, ugly thing. But Chespin's kind of cute, you know? Chespin, you know, it's got little quills, you know, it's kind of cool. Gets Pin Missile, you know, gets Razor Leaf, it's pretty decent, you know? It's trash other than that. It's like, how do you use a Chespin? What is a Chespin? What are you? Like, are you supposed to be like a porcupine? I don't know. It's just, I don't know what else it is. But then also when you're going through 6th gen, which Keyshawn hasn't played 6th gen, so I'm gonna go through it. I'm going through 6th gen, and I'm gonna be basically all my opinions. Every time I played Y about 17 times. I played X about 5 times. So like over 20 times. Not once did I take Chespin on my journey. Because why? I usually pick Brokey and then I usually pick Charmander. Those are the two I get in that game. Then it's either Bulbasaur and Brokey, Bulbasaur and Fennekin, Squirtle and Fennekin, or that's the only mix. I can't pair anyone up. I don't like Chespin. Like, I cannot begin to get myself to choose Chespin. I'd rather have Fennekin and I'd rather have Brokey. It's just easy. I don't know what it is about them. I just think it's like, I don't even think it gets that great of a moveset either. You know, it gets like what? Rollout, Tackle, Leech Seed, like gets Spiky Shield, and it's also not even good competitively to me. Chestnut's a good Pokemon, I guess, competitively, but it's like, I'd still pick a Venusaur over it. I'd pick a Venusaur over it. I'd pick a Serperior over it. I'd pick a Typhlosion over it. I'd pick everything over it. Like, it's not like it, like, again, I'd pick Chestnut before I pick Sceptile. But I still think it's trash. Anyway, enough about that piece of crap Pokemon. Now we're gonna move on to the end of the crap pile to me. It's like it's getting like slightly better, because I still have a little love for this Pokemon. But I have really reason why I hate it. But at number 13, we are rocking out with
Cyndaquil.
I knew this was gonna say some silly stuff like this on my shit. I'm gonna get shot one day. Anyway, we're rocking out with Cyndaquil. I want you to start this one off. Why do we have Cyndaquil at 13?
Well, I mean, its design is kind of plain, but I personally like Typhlosion a lot. I mean, it's definitely better than Chikorita.
Hence why Chikorita the
Meganium and them.
Hence why that.
But Totodile is a beast, and so is Feraligatr. So I mean, I really like Quilava and Typhlosion, but I mean, I don't know. I would rather have a Totodile, Brockanaw, and Feraligatr.
Okay. I can't win with this guy. The reason I think Cyndaquil is so low on this list is because I personally don't like Cyndaquil. Only because I don't like Chikorita either. So both the C's cut off. But I really like Totodile. I really like Totodile. I feel like I'm talking to Pterodactyl right now. He always opens his video with "What's Bracken?" So now I feel like I'm like in the room with him, but it's not him because he's white. But anyway, we have Cyndaquil at 13, and the reason Cyndaquil is chilling at 13 is because it's, I don't know. I saw Charmander, fell in love. Saw Cyndaquil, was like, oh snap, another Pokemon game. Oh my gosh, fire type. It's gonna be dope, right?
Rongo.
Yeah. I really have nothing else to say. I think Charmander overshadowed Cyndaquil so much it made me hate it. But anyway, we're gonna move on to our 12 through 7, which should be exciting. And 12 is actually kicking off with one of the Pokemon I think is a great fire type, and it's a Pokemon I've used in League format before and all that jazz. So at number 12 we have
Fennekin.
Now, I've used Delphox competitively, and again, he's not going to really comment too much because it's 6th gen, he hasn't played through 6th gen yet. But I really enjoyed using Delphox. Delphox is a great Pokemon. Fire, Psychic, that's a great typing, you know? Get access to, like, that means your special attack's going to be sky high. With what? You get access to Fire Blast, you're going to get access to Shadow Ball because you're Psychic type, Psychic, Psyshock, you're going to get moves like T-Bolt, certain moves like that not normal fire types can get. Like, you don't see a freaking Psychic Charizard or Shadow Ball Charizard, Shadow Claw, but not Shadow Ball, you know? So it's like, it's great, and he also gets like Energy Ball. Delphox is great. It gets Trick. Bruh, I use Trick, Delphox. That thing's a beast, okay? But anyway, besides the fact, we're not talking about Delphox, we're talking about Fennekin. And Fennekin to me is a little overshadowed. It needs love, okay? It's overshadowed because there are Pokemon like Chimchar, Torchic, Charmander that are above it. What else is above it? There's another fire type I'm missing though. Sure. We only put Tepig here. Chimchar? Oh, Cyndaquil's at the bottom too. Well, have we even named a water type yet? No. Wow. Water types are doing good on our list. But the reason I think Fennekin is just, it's overshadowed by a lot of, like, 3 other Pokemon that are just phenomenal fire types in themselves. Even though they don't get access to such great moves, I still think Fennekin is dumb. And the fact that homegirl nickname, I can't remember, Serena, I think that's her, no it wasn't, it was Shauna, nicknamed her freaking Fennekin Kinnekins when she sent it to you. I wanted to stab my eyes out, okay? I literally saw that, was like, I have to keep this Pokemon as Kennekins for the rest of this game. But, coming in at number 11, we have a Pokemon that he can comment on, because I know you've used it in this game. And so have I. And afterwards, do you regret using it?
I mean, no. Really, I didn't end with it, if that's what you're asking.
Did you put it in the box?
Yep.
So you regret using it?
It became my
HM slave? Pretty much?
Yep.
Alright.
Whenever I needed surf.
Well, as you know, our first water type making the list. Coming in at number 11, we have
Oshawott.
First and foremost, when you saw Piplup, and then you saw Oshawott, did you not think it was kind of a copycat, like they copy-pasted, changed the little colors around, added a little shell, you know, took off the little things and put on a little tail, and was like, Oshawott. Because I did. That's what I thought when I first saw this piece of crap. You know what? I won't say Oshawott's a piece of crap. You know what? I think we're out of the crap zone. I think Oshawott is in that neutral zone where I, like, don't hate it, but I don't love it, okay? It's cool. It's cool. It's chill. What do you like / dislike about Oshawott?
I mean, Oshawott, I really like Dua. Dua is my man. But Samurai, I mean, yes, we're talking about Oshawott, not Samurai, but you can't just ignore their evolutions. I don't really like Samurai, to be honest. I would rather have, this is Chimchar, right?
No, Oshawott has Tepig and Snivy.
Okay, yeah. So I picked Oshawott obviously before Tepig. That's why he's number 11 instead of whatever Tepig was. But Snivy's better. I would pick Snivy. I didn't pick Snivy going into the game because I never really picked the grass types, so I went with Oshawott. And he wasn't bad. He was pretty good. I used him throughout the game, but at the very end, like the final 4, or yeah,
Elite Four?
Elite Four.
Final Four?
Thinking basketball. Elite Four and the champion. I cannot say I use Samurai. He is not in my party. But without that, I mean, yeah, Piplup, kind of copycat of Piplup. I don't know. He's alright.
Yeah, I think Samurot's pretty cool with its ability to get Mega Horn. That's about all I like about it. That's literally it. Next! Coming in at number 10, we're finally, we're almost in the single digits. We're almost there, but, you know, we're going to go with a back-to-back water type. And at number 10, we have
Totodile.
our final second gen. Second gen has officially been in the bottom. It is in the bottom half of all the starters that we would have chosen. Why is Totodile at the bottom? Why is he number 10?
Well, he's number 10 because I don't see him being better than Piplup. I don't see him being better than Squirtle or Froakie. And that leaves, who else do we leave? Oshawott. Who's behind him. And
Oh. Mudkip.
And Mudkip,
It's definitely not better than
obviously
Mudkip.
ahead of him. So, I mean, Totodile's cool. Like I said, I prefer him over Cyndaquil and Chikorita. And, I mean, Feraligator's a beast. So, I mean, just look how happy he looks. He's just dope.
And Oshawott looked like he want to kill himself. Looked like he just want to put a gun to his head. Like, why, Game Freak? Why would you do that to him? He's copycat Piplup. That's why he knows. He knows. He's like, I gotta follow in the shadow of this dumb penguin for the rest of my life. But Totodile is really cool. I do indeed like Totodile. Little Cup especially. Its competitive use in Little Cup is freaking amazing because it gets Dragon Dance and Ice Punch and Waterfall and Crunch and you just murder lives. But other than that, it's kind of like, what the heck are you? This is the Pokemon I picked every time I went through second gen mostly. I picked Cyndaquil once or twice, but definitely Totodile I use every single time. So I do have a special little place in my heart for that. This little beautiful monster, gator, crocodile thing. Yeah. Well, folks, we finally made it into the single digits, and we have finally cracked the top half of our naming list things of starters, and we're only at 22 minutes. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a long video. Anyway, we are here with again another water type, and after having none, we have 3 in a row, and it was hard to put this over any of the next 8 Mons, but we had to put at number 9
Piplup.
Piplup is actually one of my favorite water types. The only reason it's not above any of the other water types is because of its use in game to me, and the fact that I would go ahead and pick Chimchar almost every single time I went through this game. But I did go ahead and pick Piplup a couple times, and I picked Turtwig once. I regret it almost immediately, but you know, Chimchar has a special place in my heart, and Piplup, that's really it. I really don't like I like Piplup, but at the same time it's kind of like, I don't have anything against it, but I don't have anything like for it. Because my rival would always carry it through the game, and I just close combat the crap out of it with Infernape, so it really wasn't a big issue to me. But I know you used Empoleon in game, didn't you? When you played through Diamond Platinum.
Yep. Most times when I played, I picked Piplup because I mean, Piplup is dope to me, and Empoleon is even better. I mean, I pick Chimchar from time to time. Never pick Turtwig. I don't think I ever will. But yeah, I think Piplup is cold, and I don't think I'd pick him over Squirtle because Squirtle's the OG. But Froakie I've never played with. I mean, I've used him in Omega Ruby from time to time, and with Protein he's dope. So I mean, I just feel like in the top 10 is a good place for Piplup because he's a great Pokemon, but I just don't see him being higher than the other 2 water types, being Squirtle and
Mudkip,
three
and Froakie.
water types: Froakie, Squirtle, and Mudkip.
Yep. So we are rounding into the top 8, and what we have left, I'm just gonna name them. We have, in no particular order, Chimchar, Mudkip, Snivy, Squirtle, Froakie, Bulbasaur, Torchic, and a Charmander. So, at number 8, I think we have my second favorite grass type. It's my second favorite grass type. No, it's not my second favorite grass type. Definitely my second favorite grass type starter. And I know you absolutely love this Pokemon. Because it was the one you chose. And it was the one I chose after a while because I just got tired of using the other two. Actually, I only tried using one of them. Alright. Because Tepig was trash and I liked Oshawott design at first, but then I realized it was a ripoff of Piplup. But at number 8 we have
Snivy.
Snivy is a beast! Like contrary, Leaf Storm. Enough said. That's all I have to say about Snivy. I love Snivy. I do. I really do. It's cute. And also, in the anime, that thing was cocky. And I liked it. Because it was like, I'm gonna win. Ha! What you gonna do about it? That's how Snivy was. And I'm pretty sure it was a girl in the anime. And didn't act like that. But now I know you use Snivy through Black 2. And you have a very deep... Didn't you use it in Black 2? No, you used freaking Samurai.
I used them in the packs, though. That's all.
You used it Blaze Black?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, so then Snivy has a special place in your heart. Why?
Well, Snivy is a beast. Tepig, I've only used once, and I lost with him, so...
Tepig's at 17 for a reason.
Yep. And I picked Oshawott in Black 2, the original game, because I figured he would be the best out of the 3. Little did I know, Snivy, Servine, and Superior are the GOAT. They are amazing. Especially Superior, he's probably my favorite grass type starter. 3rd evolution. Snivy is cool, has a great moveset, and I mean, like I said, Superior is just the best to me.
Yeah, Superior was definitely good. I loved using it. And that means my rival got to carry around Emboar, so it means he had trash throughout the rest of the game, so that's fine by me. So, we're getting to this nitty-gritty part, and this part was hard, because it was really hard to actually pick Pokemon to put over Pokemon. Because I absolutely love the top 7. And this Pokemon will always have a special place in my heart. But at number 7 we have...
Chimchar!
I don't know where to begin. Chimchar. First off, Iron Fist ability is great. It gets ability Mach Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. I think that's all the punches. And then Close Combat on top of it. So on top, first off, it's great competitively. Also gets Fake Out, and it can be able to set up Stealth Rocks. And then it was the second Pokemon to get the Fire Fighting typing when it evolved, which it wasn't overdone at this point. It wasn't like another fire starter we know at number 17. Rewind a couple minutes and you'll see the trash that was on the screen. But Chimchar is great. I love Chimchar. It's I don't even know where to start. Like, it's like, first off, it's good competitively. Then on top of it, when you use it through game, it's like the greatest. And then on top of it, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. When your Pokemon follows you around, and I had a little freaking Chimchar following me around, I was one of the happiest people alive. I was just like, Chimchar. Like this little blaze just following me around. Chimchar's cool to me. I am loving Chimchar. Chimchar is definitely one of my favorite. Why do we have Chimchar at number 7? I think it's only me. It's not, am I the only one that loves Chimchar this much?
I mean, I think Chimchar's cool. I don't think he's better than Torchic because, I mean, Blaziken started, or Combusken and Blaziken started the fire fighting trend. And I think Charmander is by far one of the best, if not the best, fire starter ever. So to put him over those two would be very hard to do. But Infernape is a really great Pokemon, and Chimchar and his evolutions learn really great moves, and they're just it's just a really great Pokemon to have around. And like I said, it probably would be higher given that Torchic and Charmander probably didn't exist. If they didn't exist, I would have Chimchar up higher, but because they do, and especially because Combuskin and Blaziken were the first firefighting type starters, he has to be behind.
And if you guys are curious about the 7th gen starters while I'm sitting here, I feel like Rowlet, Popplio, and Litten actually take out Litten. Popplio and Rowlet would be like around here, and Litten would be at like 21 by design. I think Litten is ugly. Popplio is the coolest looking. I just want to put that out there. But it's time. The top 6. We have finally made it to the top 6. Before we start this top 6, I just want to say, this list is our opinion. If you don't like it, you saw that?
Yeah.
There's lightning. It's like storming outside. That's crazy. Alright. Anyway, at 6, we have 3 water types, 2 fire types, and 1 grass type left. Grass got no love. They had 4. There were 4 grass types in the bottom 6, and then there was 1 in the last one, and it was Snivy. So Snivy deserved it. But hopefully we don't have to call that grass type anytime soon. But at number 6, we do indeed have a water type in Mudkip. Do you want to start this one off? Because you know how much I love Mudkip.
Alright, well, I'm a very big fan of 3rd gen, and my favorite game is probably Ruby and now Omega Ruby. But Torchic is by far my favorite starter, and I would only pick Mudkip to like try it out, try something new. Don't get me wrong, Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert are great Pokemon, especially Marshtomp. Marshtomp is a beast. I love Marshtomp to death. But
first, before you
Torchic,
comment,
Combuskin,
I'd like to say, Marshtomp, you can keep going after this, but if you pick Torchic,
no,
you get to May, on that little bridge right before Mauville, how many times do you have to redo that battle? I redid that battle
it depends what level you are with your Combuskin and all those.
And you have to catch the Shroomish.
You
have to catch the Shroomish. Anyway.
Marshtomp is unbeatable at that part, and he's only like level 15.
It's a freaking god.
Or something like that.
It's like 18, it's a god.
But like I said, Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert are really great water type. That's why they are at number 6 instead of way back when with like Oshawott in them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's better than Squirtle. I wouldn't pick it over Torchic, and I've personally only used Froakie a little bit, and Greninja is dope. That's all. Dope.
Well, Mudkip has a special place in my heart because it was my 3rd gen companion. It was my first 3rd gen companion. Because when I first saw all the Pokemon, normally I'm a guy that's like, alright, I'll just take the fire type with me and keep going, I saw, now in 1st gen, honestly, all 3 of them took my heart, okay? That's why you haven't seen any of them on this list yet, because why wouldn't you put them in the top 5? They're the best. 2nd gen was a little disappointing. I still picked Totodile. Even though I picked Cyndaquil the first time I played it, but I did kind of like lean towards Totodile a little more. But then I got to this game, it was kind of like, alright, I picked Charmander my first time, I picked Cyndaquil the 2nd game. Obviously the fire starter is going to be the greatest. You would disagree with what I'm about to say. But I didn't think that in this one, because when I saw Trico, I thought it was ugly. When I saw Mudkip, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's a little fish, guppy thingy mabobber, and it looks kind of cool. Then there was Torchic, and I was like, okay, Torchic looks cool too, and I was really torn between those two. I ended up picking Mudkip only because it's a new typing that I've never used before to start the game, and it was just something I wanted to try. And Mudkip stole my heart. After it evolved, oh my gosh, Bloodshot, Earthquake, it was a beast. Muddy Water. I mean, that should be a ground type move. In all honesty, it should be a special ground type move, but it's not. So, frick. But it's just Mudkip is such a good Pokemon. It's been like it just has a special play, and on top of it, it's bulky enough to take a hit. Obviously not taking a grass type hit when it evolves. I feel like Jet sees the Mudkip and is just freaking going to frenzy like that's a cute Pokemon, you know? It's dope. I have a turtle, his name's Jet. BTW. Sees water type Pokemon, gets hype. He's gonna get hype at the next one. But you know, I love Mudkip. But we're finally in the top 5. Mudkip just has a special place in my heart, and I had to put it up because if I had to pick it, I'd pick it over Chimchar, Snivy, Piplup, Totodile, Oshawott, Fennekin, Cyndaquil, Chespin, Trico, Turtwig, Tepig, and Chikorita. And he did. But we're rounding the number to number 5, and these were the hardest, I think, to place. It was hard to put 5 through 1. Now, I think any of these Pokemon can edge out any of the other Pokemon, but ever so slightly. And that's why this is how it is. And it's really hard to pick. And as you can tell, what is left is Froakie, Bulbasaur, Torchic, Charmander, and a Squirtle. And at number 5, we have Squirtle. Squirtle! Yeah? I guess we gotta do it. I don't think he likes Squirtle.
At number 5, Squirtle.
Number 5, Squirtle. Squirtle's a beast.
He's the OG water type starter, and he's number 5.
I think you gotta see the rest of the list before you comment on the fact that Squirtle's number 5. But, do you want to know the number 1 reason why Squirtle's at number 5? The Squirtle Squad. Who didn't love the Squirtle Squad in the anime? Like, if you could sit down and tell me you didn't love the Squirtle Squad in the anime, you were smoking some major dope or something. And you need to give me some of that, because that's the good stuff. But Squirtle is so awesome. Like, first off, you got this. First off, when you first see Squirtle in the anime, dude's rocking glasses. I think he's one of the only Pokemon rocking glasses in the entire game. And he's a beast, alright? Then, on top of it, he gets in all this mischief, traps Ash, then it's like, I'm going with you. Goes on a journey, goes through everything, and it's like, he was that dude, alright? And he killed a freaking Primeape, I think it was a Primeape, with a, no, it was a Machop, I'm dropping my glasses, over my glasses. It was a Machamp. In Pokemon the first movie, he bodied a Machamp with Bubble. Bubble. Not Water Gun. Bubble. Squirtle's just cute. I mean, how can you not love this little freaking turtle? Cute monster awesomeness. And on top of it, Blastoise, cannons, Mega, third cannon. Like, what else can you say? Like, it's just, Squirtle's just great. I love Squirtle. It also gets like D-Pulse, Aura Sphere, all that great competitive Java jazz. You already know that. But why are you so disappointed that Squirtle's at 5?
Like stated before, Squirtle is probably the only Pokemon to have glasses on when you first meet him. Squirtle is a beast. He is the OG water type starter. Blastoise is great. War Turtle is even good. I mean, a blue turtle with cannons on his back. He gets his own move.
Hydro Cannon. For all of you that didn't catch on. Just throwing that out.
I mean, he's just an overall. He's a gangster. He's the best. He's the best.
Slightly disappointed. He's at 5, but not like 2.
Top 3?
Top 3? Well, I feel like you're gonna be even more disappointed at number 4. Because coming in at number 4, we have
Charmander.
Char! I love Charmander. Charizard was my... Actually, it wasn't. Charizard was not my first starter Pokemon I ever picked on a journey.
What's mine?
I thought you started at Ruby.
I mean, when I started.
I was talking about my very first Pokemon I ever picked in a Pokemon game. Yours was Torchic, right? Right. Charmander. Charmander deserves to be at this list because of all the crap it's been through. In the anime, it was abandoned by its trainer. His name was Damien. It's pretty close. I'm not a bad trainer. I'm a good trainer. The M and the V make a difference. But anyway, abandoned by his trainer. Sat on a rock and waited. It was so loyal, it waited for that trainer with a leaf to cover its little flame in the rain. It almost died because its flame went out. Then Ash Ketchum rolls around and saves it. He didn't even want to go with Ash because he loved his trainer so much. And then he battled with Ash to beat Damien. And then became this thing. And then evolved into Charmeleon. And then evolved again into a Charizard. And then became kind of a dick. And then in the Orange Islands, it became loyal to Ash and listened to his every command. And then won him the Orange League. And then came back in 2nd gen and became a beast. And then came back again in 5th gen. And in the Entei movie. And some other times. And because he wanted to get stronger for Ash, he trained away from Ash. Oh, and by the way, it also gets access to like Dragon Dance and Dragon Claw and Dragon Pulse and Lightning is scaring the crap out of me. Not even gonna lie right now. There's like flash of lightning keep coming in. But it's like Charmander's not only good competitively, it's great. Do you think Charmander is worthy of the 4th spot?
Definitely. He shouldn't be any lower, as in 5 or up, but 4, I feel like is a decent, good spot for Charmander. Like you said, I mean everything you said. That's pretty much all. I mean Charizard is probably the best fire starter 3rd evolution. He's just the GOAT.
I think Charizard is the best final evolution. Like, not just competitive wise, I think like in-game wise, because like I just love Charizard so much. It's something that's been through, and it's also the only fire mon to get Mega besides, you know, Blaziken. So it's like, and on top of it got not 1 but 2. So can you tell it's a fan favorite? You know? What was the only other Pokemon to get 2 Megas? Mewtwo? So Charizard's on the same league as Mewtwo? Think about it. Top 3. We made it. Number 3.
Froakie.
Froakie. Look at this adorable little frog! It's a Froakie! Froakie! Like, I love Froakie so much. When I first saw that thing pop out of the Pokeball from Tierno's little box thing, I was like, this is the dude I'm taking on the journey. And then when it evolved, I was like, alright, you should have stayed at this adorable little frog. And then it evolved again. I was like, no, never mind. You're a freaking god. Greninja's a beast. But Froakie, I freaking love it. It has the best ability out of all the starters. Like, there's Iron Fist. Obviously, that's pretty good. You know, Chlorophyll, I guess, from Bulbasaur's pretty cool. Other things, but Protean. It gives every move that you have stat because you turn into that type. So now you want to use Pound? Alright, you're a normal type. It's going to get stab boosted. You want to use Water Gun? Alright, you're going to spit that water, become a water type, and it's going to be stab boosted. You want to use Shadow Sneak? Alright, you're going to become a ghost type, and it's going to become stab boosted. That makes competitive not only 1, but shoot it up. That's why Greninja's Ubers, only because of Protean. It makes it literally unstoppable because you don't know what it can carry. Its moveset's so diverse that it's crazy. And it also gets like Grass Knot and stuff like that, so you can turn into a grass type. So it'd be like, hey, let me hit him with this grass type move or electric type move. Nah, he's gonna use Grass Knot and turn into a grass type. Alright, let me hit him with the fire type. Nah, he's gonna hit you with a Scald and turn you back into a water type. There's no winning. Alright, you gotta predict so hard against it, and that's what makes it unstoppable. So not only is it good competitively, but it's good. I just love the Pokemon, and on top of it, it's a freaking monster in the anime. You didn't know Froakie did not like to lose. He beat up a Tyrant. I think he beat up the Tyrant. Did he win? Did he beat the Tyrant? He had to beat the Tyrant. He beat the Amora, but he just wrecked Clint's world. So it was like, I think that was his name. I hope that was his name. I hope I didn't get that wrong. I don't think it was Clint. His name's not Clint. The black dude. I can't remember his name. Anyway, Froakie, your opinions. I know you've used Froakie at least a little bit.
Well, the ability Protean is terrific. Like you said, you gotta predict against when you're playing against it. Its moveset's very diverse, and then Greninja is probably the coolest designed Final Evolution starter Pokemon. And his name, Greninja, like
He
just
looks
sounds
like a ninja.
sounds so powerful and great.
Right. And I think the reason I have Charizard Charmander. Gosh, I couldn't say his name. Is because we were disappointed that Charizard wasn't a dragon. Number 2. So you're gonna know what number 1 is after this, because all that's left is Bulbasaur and Torchic. And as you can tell, what's your favorite starter Pokemon of all time?
Torchic.
What's my favorite starter Pokemon of all time? Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was my very first Pokemon that I ever took on a journey with me, okay? So obviously Bulbasaur has a special place in my heart because it was the first Pokemon I ever picked. Not only that, it's number 1 in the Pokedex. Pull Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Number 1 in... What was it? Freaking...
Number 1 in your something, number 1 in your heart.
Yeah, number 1 in the field, number 1 in
Yeah.
your heart. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Well, Bulbasaur's always number 1 on the field, number 1 in my heart. And if you didn't notice and you didn't watch my top 10, I literally put Bulbasaur at number 4. Not Venusaur. Bulbasaur. Remember that. But at number 2, we have
Bulbasaur.
I think we can interchange 2 and 1 a lot, but I'm just gonna put 1 up there. We're not gonna talk about Torchic yet, but we're gonna talk about Bulbasaur first because you already know who it is. We can alternate those a little bit, you know. Like I said, all these can be alternated. Like I could put Squirtle at number 1 and be happy. I could put Charmander at number 1 and be happy. I could put Froakie at number 1 and be happy. I honestly could put Mudkip at number 1 and be happy. That might be a stretch, but still, it's like they're all interchangeable, you know. Bulbasaur is at number 2. Because when we were talking about it, I said I think Bulbasaur is just ever so slightly below Torchic. Because Blaziken's a freaking god, okay? Blaziken's a beast. It's Ubers for a reason, okay? It's Ubers for a reason. But, let's talk about Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a beast. I have O-code a Feraligatr with a Bulbasaur. Leaf Storm. Modest. Max special attack. Bulbasaur is a beast. Bulbasaur is just awesome, and it was also one of the most humble Pokemon, as you can tell in the anime. Where Squirtle was a little more, you know, upbeat and hype, Charizard was kind of a dick. There was Bulbasaur. He was just there. He didn't really do much. He was super chill. But when it came time to battle, he was there. And it got moves. He had Solar Beam on it. Like... Petal Dance, like it was such a Razor Leaf, Vine Whip, Leech Seed. It just came. Bulbasaur did so much. It put in so much work for Ash, and on top of it, put in so much work for me in my fire. Actually, I started off with Leaf Green. That's why I picked Bulbasaur, and it was just it's just always gonna have a special place in my heart, forever and ever. So it's my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. If I had to pick one starter Pokemon, I would definitely pick Bulbasaur to take on my journey with me. But my partner next to me has a difference of opinions because I know who he wants to take on a journey. Now you're going to explain to the whole audience, what is Torchic to you?
Words cannot describe Torchic. I mean, I can't say I'm in love with Torchic.
I'm in love with Bulbasaur. I would marry that thing.
I'm in love with Combuskin and Blaziken. Combuskin was forever my favorite Pokemon. Not Blaziken or Torchic, Combuskin. Why? I have no idea. He just was. And then Blaziken is even one step higher. And then you put him in Omega Ruby, give him this Mega Evolution.
He got a Mega before Omega Ruby off Sapphire. X and Y.
I didn't play those, so
Okay.
there's that. And then, what was it?
Speed Boost?
Speed Boost, Blaziken.
Straight
Okay.
to Ubers, man.
But, like I said, I mean, Torchic is great. I've always picked him in Ruby. Well, not always. I picked Mudkip every now and then to try him out. But if I could ever restart the game, I would definitely pick Torchic. And if there was ever another Pokemon made where Torchic was a starter, I would pick him. He's just great. And Blaziken, I mean, he has his own move named after him, Blaze Kick. Blaze Kick.
It was his move.
And then he's just great. And he's the first fire
fighting type.
Yeah. He started a trend that was continued throughout Pokemon. And I mean,
Amber overdid it.
Yeah.
Darn it,
But
being
yeah.
free.
Torchic, Combuskin, and Blaziken have always been my favorite Pokemon. Combuskin has been my favorite Pokemon, including legendaries, and Torchic is my favorite stuff.
Well, as you can tell, we would take two completely different Pokemon, and he would probably body me in a life or death situation because he has this type advantage. But this would be a solid team if you really think about it. The 6 right here, because if you really think about it, Blaziken, Venusaur, Greninja, Swampert, Blastoise, and Charizard. That'd be a squad. Low-key. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any disagreeing with the video, or our places, again, our opinion. Not yours. Not your mama's. Not your grandmama's. Not your granddaddy's, not your daddy, not your brother, not your sister, not your aunt, not your uncle, not your dog. Our opinion. But if you do have an opinion like we do, leave your 18 Pokemon from 18 to 1, 18 starters that you would list in it. We're going to recap ours very quick before we end today's video. We have Chikorita, the trash Pokemon. It's almost as useless as Metapod. Tepig, Turtwig, Trico. I don't know what it is. I just don't like Chikorita. Chespin, Cyndaquil. Fennekin, Oshawott. Totodile, Piplup, Snivy, Chimchar. Torchic, Bulbasaur. Wait, wrong way. Mudkip, Squirtle, Charmander, Brokey, Bulbasaur, and Torchic. Leave your comments in the comment section below with your 18 to 1, and we will definitely love to read it. I want to say that your stuff will be in the description below, but you don't really do anything yet. So,
yeah. Coming next year
to a theater near you. Only 5 months away. 5 long, long months. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's been real. To the Mini Nation, from the Noivern Nation, and Timeless Trunks. It actually does kind of a ring to it, low-key, you know?
I mean, it flows, but it kind of sounds kind of...
I don't know, I thought Noivern Nation was kind of gay at first, but then, you know, I stuck with it.
We'll see.
You gotta fight it out. But with that, we're gonna hop up out of here. Thank you so much for watching. But with that, we're out.
Peace, niggas.
Peace!